Hello everyone, it is myself Arachne returning. We're going into game 2 of Energy eSports Rivera versus the Goon squad. Um, we have Creator Victor, who, if I'm not mistaken, made a appearance in the Do Gaming finals. No, he was not, but he was released then. That's what it was. He was released around then. And if we look here, we've got Platinum, Platinum, Diamond, Diamond, Platinum versus Platinum, Gold, Platinum, Platinum, Gold. So it'll be quite interesting to see what happens here. I missed the gang bands. I don't actually have any of these people on my friends list, so that's just quite as it happens. We've got Nasus in top lane, Pantheon in the jungle, Vanzor as AD carry, Annie support, and Victor mid. I'm not quite sure why he's going with Barrier. Maybe because of the Yasao, we'll have to see. We've got Garen versus Nasus. Garen, I've heard, is amazing in the top lane. We've got Malphite jungle. Kiddo was the top lane Rise last game, who did quite horribly. He's now trying out the jungle. We've got Jutron as the AD carry Lucian. Cheesy as the championship Thresh in the support lane. And we'll just have to see what happens here. So let's just sort out my things quickly. Okay, we've got the pause. The sneaky pause. We'll have to see what happens here. So yeah, let's just have a look here. So we've changed up the matchups a bit. It's still the same support and support. It's Annie Tentacle versus Goon Cheesy in the bot lane. Annie versus Thresh. I think this should favor Thresh a bit with the new things. I'd really like to see a Relic Shield start. We'll just have to see. But you can see the difference here. If you look here, you've got Rivera already moving out. We've got Goon Squad still in base. You've got 4 people buying items already in Goon Squad, and you've got 4 from Rivera and 1 from Goon Squad. That's always something just to be interested about. I don't know if I like the barrier on Victor. He does kind of have one. And if Yasao catches him, it's not going to be too useful. It's interesting that Slayer, there we go. Slayer, is playing Yasao. He's not a very South African ping-friendly champion. He might actually be from outside, so we'll just have to see what happens. Yeah, so if we look here, we've got not much happening. I think they'll get a 10-minute pause, so we'll just have to see what happens here. Okay, I'm actually expecting bot lane to work a bit better this game. Thresh can be offensive or defensive. He doesn't have to be as all-in as Leona, so I'm expecting better plays from Cheesy. I think Lucian will be able to farm quite well and do quite well himself. He was able to get quite a decent CS last game. So I refer to players by their champion gender. I don't know these people personally. So yeah, Yasao will be a he and Annie will be a she. Caitlyn will be a she, etc. I'll also be referring to them by their champion names for the most part. Garen versus Nasus should be quite interesting. Garen might be able to do some very interesting things top. So we'll just have to see. We've got Goon Squad setting up for a general defensive position. We've got Pantheon in the jungle. We've got Garen running into Nasus. This is going to be quite interesting. There's no sprint to win, but Garen can do quite a lot of damage here, and he's actually forcing Nasus back. Nasus has started with Q, but Garen does have that. If Garen has an ignite, he might be able to get it early first blood. I drop the ignite and run away. He does get the kill. Does he get the kill? He does not get the kill. Wow, that was close. But he does look like he's going to fall here. He doesn't have the flash. We'll have to see here, and the spear will pick it up, no problem. No, Pantheon's back. Okay, so that's 3 flashes burned, 2 from the other team. Garen's going to have to go back. I don't even think Garen does actually have to go back here. He does have his passive. I don't think he particularly needs to go back. It is quite a useful passive. Actually, have they changed his passive? Just have a look here. Garen has not been struck by damage or enemy abilities for the last 6 seconds. Nope, it does look like they've changed it. Okay, so we've got some damage happening near the bottom. We've got Lucian out of position. We've got Annie getting quite low. And Caitlyn pushing the Thresher away. We've got Malphite coming in. Vanzel's out of position. Lucian's really low. It looks like something bad can happen here. Thresh should be focusing on Vanzel. He gets the kill. Lucian, so very well played by Thresh there actually. He gets the assist for the Lucian. That is first blood to Goon Squad, which is quite good. There's a lot of pressure coming on in mid lane as well. We look top, we've got Garen and Nasus. Nasus has managed to hit level 2, but Garen's not too far behind. We look bot, we've got both of them quite low. The Piltover Peacehaver comes in and misses. Lucian really should be just trying to get some of the Doran's Blade procs going off. And if we look around, summoners are everywhere, and Caitlyn is going to go down. I really think Cheesy should have left that for Lucian, but well played from them. And that is 2 nice early kills. And we've got Goon Squad looking much better, much more focused. It's 800 gold in the lead, 3 minutes in. Nasus versus Garen, I think does favour Garen. He does have just continuous damage output, which is always useful. Spin to win is a very scary ability early on, so we'll just have to see what happens here. He does drop his Defies Strike and runs away. If we look here, Yasuo is dodging around. He is caught out of position here, and that's going to be him dead by the looks of things. No, he does manage to get away. I don't think he... Yes, he does actually manage to flash, get away. Malphite's coming around. I don't think he's going to have too much luck here. There comes the Pantheon stun, and Malphite gave up on him there. So it is 1-2. Verra pulls it back to 200 gold. And you can see that early farm lead coming up. I think Garen could afford to be a bit more aggressive there. Maybe not farm under the tower, but it's 18-18, so it's... I think that's 3 waves actually. So they've either missed a total of a wave, or yeah, we'll... So yeah, we'll just have to see what happens there. So Lucian and Thresh playing some tricks. Yasuo dead, but Yasuo is falling quite badly versus the Victor. Interesting choice. I don't actually... Who would have picked first? Yasuo would have been first pick, so Victor was the counter pick. I'm very interested to see if the wall stops it. It wouldn't stop. It would stop his Q and it would stop his W. I don't think it should stop his laser. It won't, sorry, it won't stop his W, it will stop his Q. His W is a gravity field. I don't think it will stop the laser, but I just have to see it. So if we look bot lane, we've got Lucian ahead by quite a bit of gold there. 300 gold bot. We've got Garen managing to just farm away there. He's going to try to disrupt the TP. He does. And that's always annoying. Now, top lane's going pretty much same old. Duel of the tanks. We've got Spin to Win coming in. We've got Malphite coming in. There is no flash. Nasus is in a lot of trouble. Is that Ignite already? Wow. So we'll just have to see what happens here. Garen does get the kill and gets away. Malphite gets the assist, and that's going to help him quite a bit. How much gold does he have? He now has 1,000 gold. He can go back and pick up that Giant's belt. Have to see what happens. Thresh has picked up a side stone already, made him quite tanky, which is exactly what you want. Lucian's gone for a Doran's Blade. I really would have liked maybe a bit more damage because Thresh is ahead. We now have the purple side curse of the ambitious Qs coming through. That death sentence was not very good. We have Rivera coming up with their customary pink wards, and it looks like they're going to try and shut down the Yasuo this game because he was the only one who did really well last game. But I think that's kind of giving up the other lanes a bit too much. We've got Malphite coming in for the counter gang. They are aware of the Pantheon, so we'll have to see what happens here. Victor does miss. Victor is missed. But we've got the Malphite. He is level 4 to the level... No, it's the exact same level, so that's good. Just have to see what happens here. What is happening everywhere. So Garen actually went to go pick up the Brutalizer. That is the other option. You go a bit of damage early. You get, I think it's Ghostblade and Bloodthirster. Ooh, that hook. You get Ghostblade and Bloodthirster, and then you just build tanky and no one can touch you. I think is the new meta for him. So I've never seen it, but I've heard of it. So we'll just have to see what happens. My voice. I haven't talked for 3 days. Okay. We've got Victor denying the Wraiths. No, he's just planting a ward. We've got Nasus coming around. Looks like Nasus is... No, Nasus is also just warding. That's something that Verra's really been good with. They've had really lots of wards. If we look at the farm, we've got Lucy and Caitlyn equal, but there is still that gold lead. We've got Nasus coming in on the Garen coming in on the Nasus. I don't think he's going to manage it. He's going to be quite close. Gets away on 1 HP, double flash at the same time. He does decide to pull away. Pantheon is probably taking the blue right now, and Victor was SS. So good call there by Yasar probably, and we'll just have to see what happens. But if we just look at the Q stack, it is now 63, which means Garen isn't really stopping him farming, which can be a problem. So we'll just have to see how to keep an eye on that. But it is 400 gold. It was 300 gold just a little while ago, so they are managing to Garen coming in again. I don't think it's cooldowns that quick, is it? No, it's not, but then again, now there's Nasus and Garen does pick up the kill. So that is going quite well for him. I'm not actually sure when Nasus got a kill. Oh, Nasus just got the kill now. Oh, oops. I thought Nasus died. My apologies, I saw the wrong person fall over. That's, I think, a bit unfortunate. I think that maybe Garen could have had that. So, yeah, well played by Verra. The gold is back the same, so Verra is farming a little bit better. They are denying the blue right now. Malphite's a bit sad. Oops, what does that mean? Oh, I can ping. That's cool. Yeah, so Pantheon's managing to sneak the blue. Malphite is nowhere to be seen, actually. And I think that's a bit of a mistake from him. Yeah, so Pantheon clears the camp. Yeah, very well played by Pantheon there. Garen is back, he's got the Brutalizer. Nasus is going a bit more mana intensive, going for, I think it would be... I can never remember the name. Okay, Malphite's a bit of a sad panda. Garen's looking for the Pantheon, who's not coming out. Good ward from the Garen. Hope to see what happens here. If we look bot lane, Caitlyn's feeling a bit of pressure, having to go do golems. And she's going to lose out on some of the free wave, I think, when Lucian pushes it in. If he does, how is Lucian doing? I really think Lucian could be farming a bit better here. We'll have to see. Got Malphite coming around for the Nasus again. He's got no mana, so it's going to be quite interesting. They can do quite a lot first. He does come in, Nasus starts, and here comes the Garen ulti. Not even needed. And Malphite gets away and Garen gets the kill, so that's quite well played from them. We've got Yasar versus Victor. What's happening here? It's 70 versus 75. I'm not sure if he was trying to go in on that or not. Yasar's got quite a bit of gold. I really like to see him go back before he does anything really aggressive, because he can pick up quite a lot. Victor is probably trying to save up for a red augment and a Seeker's Arm Guard. Definitely needed. I'm not so sure Chalice is needed on Victor, because he does very well with just blue. But we'll have to see what he decides to do. Might be going back for Seeker's Arm Guard and Chalice. Yasar with some good warding noticed that the bot lane was coming in, or rather Annie was coming in. Center call, abandoning a lost lane. No, not quite, but just going a bit, being a bit robe happy. Sorry, and yeah, we'll just see what happens there. 300 gold still leads, still to the Goon squad. They are recovering quite well here. Very quite interesting to see. Pantheon ulti comes in, does nothing. Fresh wasted his lands and Lucian already lost. Okay, Lucian went back and that was quite good. Annie's coming in. Tibbers goes down, and it looks like Caitlyn decided to not cast her ulti there. It was very close. I don't want Lucian coming back in there. It's very risky for him. Yeah, Caitlyn keeps trying to pick up that kill. Still 300 gold lead to the Pantheon. Now, Victor was coming down. Nasus and Garen, let's have a look here. There's our Giant's Belt. Garen's going to do a little bit more to Nasus. Then we've got the Glacial Shroud, which builds into Frozen Heart. Garen going very aggressive from the start. Nasus probably going to take quite a bit of damage here before he decides to back off. The back off he's going to have to do. He does. Garen still has his ulti. I don't know if Nasus is quite aware of that. We'll have to see. Yes, now Nasus has popped his ulti. There is no creep there, but at the same time, he can't really chase Garen. Oh wow, he can. Never mind. So yeah, Garen can actually turn around there if you wanted to. An ult. No, he does not. Let's go back bot. Nothing's happening here. 3 kill leads to Goon Squad, 500 gold. Caitlyn got caught. Pops the barrier. She might be able to pick up the thresh. He does miss his shield, but Lucian does pick up the kill. Okay, so that is a 0-2 Caitlyn. Lucian is now handily winning the lane, so that's always good. Victor's coming down. There are no wards for Goon Squad. They are very light on their wards for the bot lane, but Yasao is doing quite a good job there. Yasao manages to get away. He drops the wall, which stops things. Not quite sure how he got stopped there, but yeah. So yeah, Victor throwing down some harass. What has Victor got? Victor still hasn't got back. He's got 2,500 gold. Yasao's got 2,400 gold, so we'll have to see what happens here. I'm very interested in what Victor's going to go back for. I think maybe he's trying to wait for a Drake, but if, like, once Yasao goes back... Nope, he's just not going back. Okay. Very well played. Yasao there. Malphite's picking up the blue. Garen is taking the turret. He is going to get the turret. There's not much Nasus can do yet to stop it. The first turret does go to... Goon Squad, but Garen took quite a lot of damage there. If you look at the Q there, it's now 168, which is really good, or comparatively at least. The game's outplay, I'm a silver player. If like Nasus has 300 Q by 20 minutes, you kind of got a problem. And he's got 138 with having died twice. So he is hitting quite a lot of his Qs. He's managing quite a bit. Excuse me. So Victor's up in CS, which is quite surprising. I think it's mainly just the power of the double Doran's ring, keeping that mana up and some good last hitting mechanics. Psychedelia is really showing off why he's part of the champion team. Lucian looks very much like he's going to die. That was a failed answer from Thresh. Good blocking from Thresh, but here comes the Q from the Victor, and Victor does pick up a double kill. So that is not great for them, and it sets up perfectly for Drake, which there's not much they can do about it. Nasus is trying to pick up the reverse tower kill, but he's not going to do it. So it is going to be a Drake for a tower, but with that double kill, especially with Thresh and Lucian both having 2 kills, gold goes back in the favor, or goes to the favor of Verra for first on this game. By the way, please leave any comments if you want to how my casting is in the comments. It's been a long time and I've tried to do this work. So we've got Yasao coming in to help the Nasus. Nasus is taking a lot of damage. Malphite comes in, does get the slow in, gets the other slow in. I don't think it's going to do well for the Nasus. Yasao's taking a lot of damage, you have to be careful. Yasao picks up the kill, gets 300 gold. Okay, yeah. Picks up 300 gold and Nasus can stand in and get some farming done. He's again got 1,000 gold, so we'll just have to see what happens there. Okay, so what is happening right now? Victor has gone back and picked up red augmented boots and a void staff. Oh, okay. Yasao went back and picked up a static shift, really important for him to do that. Caitlyn's taking a lot of damage bot. Lucian is still a bit of a problem. Caitlyn is, again, taking lots of damage bot lane. I didn't like that culling. I don't think it was too good. There is a missing coming down. There is no ward. Victor's going to come around. He's going to pick up an easy kill there. There's not much that they can really do to stop him. And yeah, it looks like Thresh might die as well. That's a lot of people. We're going to have the team coming for a strike probably. But Annie Tibbers comes in. There's damage. Malphite ulti comes in. Picks up the Annie. Great. Love. Victor's dropped his gravity augment, but here comes Yasao. If Yasao can land the knock-up, will get Victor quite easily. He doesn't quite, but he does pick up the kill regardless. Which I don't know if that skill was on cooldown or not. No, it's still off cooldown. So 2 for 2, and again, this time the kill's going the other way. The one killing spree going down for Goon Squad, pulls the gold back even, and it looks very much like mid tower might just die here because of that static shift attack speed. Garen on the other hand is swapped down to bot for a bit of fun. Nasus is coming through to hold mid. Pantheon tries to stop the mid lane and does a lot of just clears the creep wave really. Doesn't do too much with his ulti, but does stop that tower going down. If you look there, gold is dead even, 24.4 to 24.4. One tower in favor of Goon Squad, one dragon in favor of Verra. Nasus is doing quite a bit of damage to Yasao. The Withers slowing him down quite a lot. Yasao does not manage to land his ulti, but we'll have to see what happens there. The Glacial Shroud and all the rest does not help Nasus versus Yasao because of his armor 10 on bonus. We've got Lucian being overly aggressive. This game he can afford to be. Last game it hurt him a bit. We'll have to see what happens here. Yasao's going back quite low. On the other hand, we've got Victor and Nasus being quite aggressive. Garen's come in to try to stop them. We'll have to see what happens. We've got 3 bot lane. Where's Malphite? Malphite's back in base. Yasao's back in base. So it's 3 on 2 bot lane and it's 2 on 1 mid lane. Victor's being very aggressive, using the positioning very well. Nasus is taking some damage from the tower, but without, okay, Yasao and Malphite coming down to support them. Quite good. Puts him in a lot of trouble. She does drop her barrier, but it's not going to help too much. The box slows too much. Lucian picks up the kill, pushes him to 3-2-2 in the lane, ahead in CS. And if we look there, it's 800 gold in the lead. Garen is trying to go in with Victor. Victor dropped his gravity field and stopped him. Nasus is hovering around the side. I don't think he's aware that they can see him, but well, he must be. They just dropped that ward. But yeah, he's decided wisely to back off, and this bottom tower looks very much like it's just going to fall to the creeps almost. So we'll have to see what happens here. Okay, that tower is now on, what is that, 91, so a shot and stiff breathe will take it down. Garen's got back up top to farm, and let's go look at the Nasus. Where's Nasus these days? Nasus is middle with 264 by 18 minutes. He is 1 for 3, so I'm going to call that as very good. Garen is 3 for 1. But if we look at the assists, we've got 6 assists on Malphite, 2 on Garen, Norton Yasao, but 2 and 4. When we look at the other side, not too much. But Malphite's been involved in a lot of the kills, so that's something to keep in mind. He's involved. He is regularly getting these blues as well, so we'll just have to see what happens here. Bot lane's going back. I think Thresh should probably try and push it a bit, but no, he's not. Yasao is still sitting around mid, dropping a ward just to have an idea of where Victor is. Now we've got Lucian and Thresh coming back. Thresh is going for Talisman of Ascension. My apologies. And he's also going for a Talisman. Quite strange not to have started blue, but we'll have to see there. What's going to happen? We've got Victor dropping down base and not doing too much. I don't like this Void Staff start. Okay, we've got Pantheon coming in. He's going to catch Yasao if he really wants to. Yasao comes in, Garen comes in around the back. That means Pantheon's not long for this world. Victor comes down. Sorry, they're going on the Victor. Yasao's probably going to pick up that kill. The barrier's dropped. Yasao's taking a lot of damage from the tower. He has to be careful of a laser. No, Garen manages to pick up the Victor with his Ignite, which is always useful. But now Yasao is in quite a bit of trouble, and he really should just drop his TP right there. And in fact, that's what he does. Malphite ultis away to. Oh no, sorry, Lantern's away. Garen is spinning to winning away as well. Yasao is taking quite a bit of damage here. Probably waiting for the counter, but it looks like Kate's going to pick up that kill, which is quite sad. If we look there, we are picking up top tower, mid tower, and we have picked up the first bottom tower, and it looks like we're going to pick up another bottom tower for the Goon squad, so that is quite something useful. No, they left it with a stiff breeze. Dragon's coming up really shortly. I don't know why I just pinged Habits. I play support. We'll just have to see what happens here. Thresh is getting away quite low. Yasao died. I think that was a very good trade. They picked up 2 for 1 and got 2 towers for it. They are going to lose the Drake, but that puts them effectively 1 tower behind and 3k gold up. Okay, so gold will be even after Drake actually. I really don't like how Goon Squad's not contesting any of these. They don't really have the war vision. But yeah, still 800 gold in the lead at 20 minutes to Goon Squad. Quite an exciting second game. I don't think I'll be able to do game 3 of this if there is one. Okay, so turret goes down to Verra in the middle. Malphite coming in with the ulti, doing a lot of damage to Victor quite quickly. Victor has to run away. Nasus is going straight on the Lucian. Lucian is trying to fight. Thresh goes down almost immediately to the Pantheon and the Victor. But on the other hand, Goon Squad turns it around. Yasao picks off Nasus. Garen picks off Pantheon. Mid tower is going down, and the next one is going to go almost straight away as well. And that is what happens when you have a 5v3 team fight in the mid lane. Annie wasn't there, and Caitlyn wasn't there. Silence on the Annie, and they Garen ulti to finish her off. Lucian getting quite lucky there, not quite dying. You really want the tower going on the Garen. Oh, not quite. That was some failed positioning. Caitlyn picks up another kill for her 2 and 1 away from the killing spree. So yeah, we've got Lucian trying to solo the... Let's have a look at the items. We've got Lucian soloing the red buff, which is quite good. Does pick it up and gets away. And the gold lead went up by 3.8 there. It went from 800 to 3.8, so it is going on. Pantheon, I think, just flashed. Did he not? Yeah. Yes, Pantheon did flash. And Lucian gets away. So ulti and flash wasted by the Pantheon to try and catch Lucian. All for naught. Just a little bit too quick. So if we look around, we've got 5 towers to 2 and a clear 3k gold lead for Goon Squad, who've definitely raised their game. I'm still here, I'm just not talking. I need a bit of a break, sorry. Okay, so if we look at Nasus, he's got 351 by 24 minutes, so that's something to be aware of. We've got Nasus, Malphite, who is currently 1-1-10, having a great game, involved in 2/3 of all the kills. We've got the pink ward, which cannot see the ward. Excuse me. Hello? Yep, no, it's still on. Okay, I think Drake should be soonish. Yeah, no Drake timer just yet, but I do think it's going to be relatively soon. Malphite's checking the Drake pit, running past it. Does he see the pink ward? No, he does not. It looks like they're setting up for something on mid. SR's having some fun there. He's going pure damage because he's so mobile. Malphite's coming in, Thresh is coming in, and they just missed the Annie. Caitlyn's trying to set up. There's no attack speed, which is a little problem. Garen's coming in with the sprint to win, doing some damage, while Victor solos the blue. Nasus is recalling from top lane, and we've got 5 Goon Squad in the mid lane, putting on some pressure, and going to do nothing with it. So Nasus went Warm Oaks. Decided not to try and fight the armor pen, rather just stack health. Counts as armor pen. We've got Pantheon ulting in there. Thresh hooked him quite nicely. Malphite coming in, Yasar coming in. Victor going down to the Yasar. Malphite flashing out. Looks like he might die to Tibbers. He comes close, dies to Annie anyway. Tibbers is there, but it is 3 down. How did Thresh die? Sorry, I missed the Thresh death. But it's 3 for 1, and Verra pulls back, and they're going straight for Baron, which I think is a bit risky. You have the Garen still there, you have Lucian still there. It can go quite badly. Lucian's coming in, he's doing some damage, and he is silenced. I think that maybe a bit more damage to be done there. Lucian walks into the Piltover Peacemaker. Baron's doing quite a bit of damage to people. Garen does pick up the Annie, which is going to be good. It's going to be 2 people less. No, not 2 people. And yeah, Lucian not dodging those Piltovers as well as he should, but they have delayed the Baron, and I think 1 death for a Baron is quite a good delay. Thresh is coming in, very overextended. Doesn't look like he's going to die. Garen's waiting for his passive to kick in, there it is. And there we go, 8 HP per second. Oh, close as you can. Victor dropping his Goaty field to get away. Victor now got a Zhonya's. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens there. Still not much magic resist on the other team, so the Void Staff not quite doing as much as it needed to do. I think that maybe going into a Seeker's Arm Guard, a Large Rod, and the Red Stick might have been a little bit better, but what can I say, he's in that team, I'm not. Victor is one of my more fun to play champs though. Yeah, we'll just have to see what happens there. And yeah, not much magic resist on that either. Okay, so no pink wards from Goon Squad. It is a failing of theirs, it seems. I say that as I see Thresh standing next to one, so go figure. Goon Squad's picking up their first dragon of the match, if I'm not mistaken. Caitlyn tries to steal it and doesn't quite get close enough. Now if we look at the items, we do have a Hex Drinker on the Garen. He is aware that Victor can be a problem. With Garen's HB and Malphite kind of going backup AP tanky. Actually no, how tanky is Malphite right now? Not very, okay. Yeah, Malphite's coming in as a sniper by the looks of things more than a jungle tank, so that is something to be aware of. We have Randuin's by the looks of things coming up on the Nasus relatively shortly. And we've got Rivera looking like they want excuse me. They have Rivera looking like they want to set up on Baron again. On the other hand, Goon Squad is not looking quite as together as they were just now. Just got rid of a pink ward for free by the looks of things. Not keeping track of whose pink ward is where. And I really think that pink ward could be better done, in objectives as opposed to around your jungle. So that is something just to be aware of. So yeah, we've got Goon Squad looking like they're eager for the fight. They're still got 3 gold up. We've got SR going in. He's doing a lot of damage. Victor pops his Onias, but he is not long to control. Pantheon coming in to try help. Pantheon cancels the ulti. Nasus tried to TP in and cancelled it as well. So that is 2 important spells on short cooldowns right now. Yes, Pantheon's is back up, and I think it's a 180 cooldown. Yes, it is for Nasus. So that is 2 very important spells missing from the Rivera lineup. We've got Thresh and Garen coming in on the Nasus. Pantheon comes in. Garen goes past with the Annie. I think that's an okay call. Keep out the fight. He's chasing. Nasus is turning around. I really think Nasus does fall anyway. Does not matter. Pantheon's falling back. I think that Goon Squad should go for the inhibitor right now, or go for Baron right now. They're all turning around going for Baron. I think that's a good call. We've got the Caitlyn coming in, ulti coming in, not doing enough. Lucian's going to just run on past. Annie does have Tibbers. She was not in that fight. She has all her spells, does have the stun. They do not have wards. There are no wards around the Baron. Thresh realizes this now. No, he does not. They see that any ward. Baron is going down really slowly there. No, alive. We've got the Pantheon ulti coming in. Garen looks like he's going to be in trouble. Garen's taking a lot of damage. Pantheon's dropping quite quickly. Garen gets away, gets a kill even. And he comes in, drops Tibbers on Lucian, who gets away on nothing. Magnetic Storm comes in, does on Lucian, does not do much. Garen is going to die to the Victor. Double kill for the Victor. I don't think that was really necessary. Lucian gets away on nothing, and despite Victor casting everything on Lucian, he does manage to pick up Yasuo as well. Sorry, I was watching the wrong aspect of the fight and things just happened a bit quickly there. We do have the Baron, which is a great gold for Goon Squad, and that's always something useful. Victor's going to have to be a little bit careful here. He is going into his Rabadon death cap now. And that's going to be quite useful for him. It does give a lovely power spike to his laser, which ends up doing about 300 extra damage and just damage over time, especially with that Void Staff. So that's something to be aware of. And then after the Rabadon, it's almost like a Leandries actually. So we'll have to see what happens. Nasus is in the bot lane. He's got 400 Q at 30 minutes. He has slowed down relatively. It's not the highest Q stack I've ever seen at 30 minutes. In fact, one of the games I had at 500 Q stacks in 20 minutes. That was not a fun game. That was not me either. So yeah, let's see what happens here. We've got Drake coming up in 2 minutes. And so it's a 2-minute timer, so I was way off earlier. Yasuo going in on Pantheon. Garen coming in, he's going to pick up the Pantheon, no problem. Drops his ulti. Yasuo coming in on the Annie, who picks up, Caitlyn picks up the Yasuo. Garen picks up the double kill on the Caitlyn. We have Garen chasing the Victor, which is going to be quite interesting. I don't think he needed to. Oh no, he procs the shield, that's a bit of a problem. Annie is chasing. And Lucian is busy split pushing, which is quite nice. Annie does not have a stun up right just yet.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
Okay, yes, and Nasus managed to pick up the bottom turret. to try stop the Lucian, but at the same time the gold lead grows to 5k. So Goon Squad is maintaining that lead. They're growing it slightly, but it's not going up too quickly or too fast. Just have to be careful. We've got Lucian doing some damage to Victor. Once Victor's lasers down, there's not much you can do besides drop an ulti, which isn't really great. The Chaos Storm is an okay ulti, but after that 0.5 seconds, Lucian dashes away and he's gone. The burst is quite nice, but I've never found the actual ulti that great. It does do 200 damage a second in 7 seconds, but it can be quite hard to keep on people as you go along. Who got that? Lucian picked up the blue buff, not sure if that was planned. Oh, it was Thresh, or not Malphite, sorry about that. Where's Malphite? Oh, he stands on a pedestal. Yeah, they're both big and blue, so I'm battling a bit with telling them apart, so we'll just have to see. Garen is playing quite well. He's got a Maw, he's got a Black Cleaver. He's going into a BF sword now, so maybe Infinity Edge. I think it's Infinity Edge actually. So we'll have to see what happens. And then his last item will probably be something really, really tanky like a Randuin's or a Warmogs. Warmogs is quite a strange pickup because it's not, it only gives health. It doesn't give everything you need. On that note, talking about Warmogs, Nasus is still trying to build his Randuin. By the looks of things, he's battling a bit, but we'll have to see what happens. Verra is going to pick up another break, and that should pull them closer, but still 3k behind. Thresh realizes something's up, but he's not going to be quick enough. The rest of the team's not there. He sees them, and he realizes he might be able to get a couple of kills though, especially if they're coming on Thresh. And waiting, gets into the team fight though. Garen is split pushing like a boss, so all Goon Squad has to do here is to stay back. Lucian was actually overextended there with a flash. He could have been really out of it, but Pantheon's a bit short of his flash, 10 seconds down. Garen is split pushing top. There's going to be a lot of pressure coming down mid. That top turret should almost definitely fall. There's not much there. It does fall, and he should be able to get away, no problem. Kate's going to take some damage, so it's 4v4 in the mid lane, which is important to know. What on earth happened there? Garen didn't run away and die. Okay, well they took the turret, which is always good. Yes, I was taking some strain there with her. And Goon Squad almost has to fall back now. 5k gold in the lead. 6 kills up at 35 minutes. If you look there, a lot of that 4k gold lead is actually centered on the Garen 3k up. With the 80 carries, with Lucian being the other K, and everyone else is much of a muchness. And he in fact is slightly ahead of Thresh, and Malphite's ahead of Pantheon. He's not having a great game. It is 3-4-8. If we look at the great damage dealers, it's Garen and Malphite right now really, and Caitlyn and Victor, who don't have amazing scores themselves. Any recalling, Goon Squad battling with their sight again. Verra got wards everywhere. That is something to be aware of. Annie AFK. No, Annie looks like she's going for Leandries and going into AP from there. I'm not sure I like that. I really would have liked the Aegis. It's not a bad item. I mean, Thresh is magic. Lucian, I think, is magic. Or he has some magic, rather. Yeah. Arden plays magic. Oh, that's the wrong guy. Ish. Sorry, this is taking a while. Let's try this again. Okay, yeah, Lucian does have some magic. Yasuo has no magic. Thresh has got a lot of magic. Malphite's got a lot of magic. I think that maybe they could have picked up the Aegis. It would have helped a lot. A lot of the damage and disruptions coming from Malphite. We've got the Pantheon Yasuo being caught down. Garrett makes sure dropping the silence. Pantheon going down really quickly. Yasuo Tibbers comes in and goes away straight away. Yasuo looks like he's going to drop. Yasuo drops to Annie, the Ignite. Nasus is going on the Thresh. I don't think it's great. Lucian's going on Nasus, not doing quite enough damage. No Last Whisper for him. Nasus is just a little bit too tanky. I think he's going to go fall down anyway. He does. Drops the thing. Garen goes in. One person alive. Creator's alive on 20% HP. 2 alive for Goon Squad. They're going to pick up this turret, no problem. Garen is going to pick up this inhibitor, no problem. And 1 inhibitor down. That is the first inhibitor of the game to Goon Squad, who have now increased their lead to 5,000 gold. Exact 7 turrets to 3. We'll have to see what happens here. Victor playing very defensively. Oh, Lucien does have a last whisper. No, he just bought it now, do you not? Where is he? Oh, Lucien did have a last whisper. My bad. Okay, so we go back to live here. 21 to 28, 5k gold. Inhibitor down. Not sure what's just happening here. Okay. So yeah. Drake up soon. Baron is live. Pink ward from Goon Squad. They are getting a bit better on their vision, but not by much. 2 pink wards in the map for them as their only wards. Makes you wonder why Thresh has Sightstone. Annie on the other hand gone for Voice Staff, which I think is a very good decision, though a lot more of the team is getting Armor Pen. But again, I really would have liked maybe Mikhail's, especially against Malphite, Thresh, etc. Garen even, I think you can cast it through Garen stuff, save yourself, drops Tibbers a bit earlier. I would have liked Locket, definitely. There is quite a bit of damage and the health regen in some of the fights, which they are a bit extended to an extent. Actually not really, they're all quite quick. But we'll just have to see what happens there. I almost think Rylai's as well would have been a bit better, just for give her HP, but she went Void Staff. So yeah, we've got Lucien moving down the mid lane. We've got Nasus with going into Guardian Angel. Whoops, Guardian Angel, not Bandit. Which I don't think will help him much because the team fights are over so quickly. He kind of just like falls over and then pops up and falls over. Yeah, they had to burn a flash last time to get him, but Lucien is getting really scary right about now. Garen is getting rather scary right now. And yeah, Nasus is caught out, and that's the end of Guardian Angel. At the same time, so is Thresh. But Malphite comes in, Yasuo comes in, the ulti hits 2 of them. Caitlin's going down, Yasuo's hunting her. Tibbers is dropped. Where's Tibbers? I don't know where Tibbers went. Tibbers has not been dropped. Nasus goes down again. Yasuo picks up the double kill. He does have a Guardian Angel himself. Victor is on no mana. He's going to have to go back. Annie did nothing that fight. She was just running around and going like, okay, well, Garen's taking a lot of damage. It's kind of going to have to be worried, especially if Annie has Home Guard, which she does. They're going to pick up this turret, and I think they're going to have to go back. They might be able to sneak a Baron, especially since top lane is pushing in. But at the same time, whatever they do, they have to decide and just go. Garen is recalling. I don't like that decision. I think he could have gone and just added some damage to Baron, but we'll just have to see here. Thresh was caught out, but his death gave them picked up another inhibitor, and it looks like he might even be able to pick up the Baron. Culling coming in, doing lots of damage really quickly. Disrupted by the Baron. Not doing too much there. Baron's going down really quickly. That is the Baron. That is the second Baron of the game to the Goon Squad. Drake is up. We'll have to see what happens here. Garen is on full HP and running down. Going to clear up this bottom creep wave, and it's looking really good for Goon Squad, who've pulled their lead up to gold. But this time of day, in this game, if there is an ace, the game is over. At 40 minutes, respawn timers are so long. If there is an ace, the game is over. Pantheon's level 16, Annie's level 16. They're the two lowest. Malphite 16 and Thresh is 6. Sorry, Malphite 17 and Thresh is 16. Pantheon and Annie just actually leveled up. So experience is also in the favor of the Goon Squad. 9 kills in the lead with kills on all the right people: Garen, Yasuo, and Lucien. If we look at the other team, their kills are not quite so well proportioned, with Annie having 4, but they still have a Nasus, so that is something to be worried about. Garen going, I don't care about your puny traps, pulling a mini Hulk. Victor's laser just missed. hook on the Caitlyn. No one's going in though. I think they might have been able to drop a Malphite ulti, and there it is off cooldown. Malphite's getting ready. He's got the Banshee's Veil. He's relatively tanky around about now. Got Banshee's Veil and a Randuin and some spell penders for some extra damage, kind of like Annie. Annie looks very much like she's going for thing. Lucian's in a lot of trouble. He is going to get caught. No, he flashes out. Pantheon comes hunting the Lucian. Lucian is attacking the Pantheon. Pantheon goes back on the Lucian. Pantheon dies. Nasus comes in to try and pick up on Yesar. Following the Yesar in. Lucian goes back in on him. Ulti from Caitlyn comes in, picks up the Lucian. We have 2 for 2. Annie is very low and running away. Victor's still being annoying. Victor's dropped his ulti. Garen is dead. I missed that. Victor picks up a flash kill with the E, and Goon Squad is forced to pull back. 8k in the lead, but 7k gold. They don't have quite the right people alive, and it's going to be quite interesting. Tibbus is going hunting. Victor and Annie are going hunting. We'll have to see what happens here. Caitlyn with a very nice ulti on the Lucian, being a bit ambitious, giving them some, going back in, getting vision, and letting Caitlyn get the kill. She's very, very opportunistic with those, and it's paying off. If we look at total gold, Victor looks like he's going to go for Mercurial Scimitar, I think is the item. He doesn't quite have enough gold for it. We'll have to see what happens. But Baron is down and Drake is down and no towers are going down. So there's not much that Rivera's actually doing here. They're kind of just going like, whew, we didn't die. So we'll have to see what happens. But again, 44 minutes, 50-second respawn timers. When you die, you're dead for a long time. So yeah, we'll just have to see what happens here. We've got Thresh missing a hook, Thresh with still his Baron buff, and Thresh with Banshee's Veil. Quite nice, I like it. Sunfire Cape and Nomads. I'd really like a Locket from him. Locket is team magic resist. Their team, on the other hand, does have a lot of magic damage with Annie and Victor, so it's definitely something they should be looking at. Annie has picked up a Leandries now for extra spell pen. She's even got Sorcerer's Boots for extra spell pen, so she's going to be doing lots and lots of damage. So the Aegis would really help with just general. It's one of the more cost-effective magic resist items in the game, last time I heard. So that is something to be aware of. But at the same time, Goon Squad is picking up lots and lots of Banshee's Veil, so maybe they're just kind of going, well, we'll all sacrifice an item slot. Okay, Garen has picked up the Aegis. There it is. That makes a lot of sense. It was his last item bought now. So yeah, there's my Aegis. I think that it was a support oversight. I think that the support should be doing it. Because Garen could have gone something like Randuin's rather. Or maybe not Randuin, Frozen Heart. Malphite looks like he's going to be following up with Frozen Heart and a Leandries, but we'll just have to see here. Both inhibitors are up for Verra, and Goon Squad looks like he's going to be trying to do some damage. Victor coming in with his laser. He is full build. Rylai's and Zonya's. So he is full build. He is doing quite a bit of damage. On the other hand, Caitlyn is also full build, and Lucian is almost full build. His build is slightly more ambitious. You can pick up a Mercurial there to finish it off. If we look at the support, Thresh has gone very tanky and he's gone very damage focused, which isn't doing too well for her, but she just pops so quickly she's never in the fights, and that has been hurting them quite a bit. She hasn't really managed to get her ulti down too often. I think in the last 3 fights she's managed it once. So that is something to be aware of. Thresh is looking for a pick off. No, he's not. Changed his mind. And he's running on with Oracles all the time. Lucian going in, doing some damage. Victor is dropping his laser, firing his laser. Pantheon looks like he's scouting blue, clearing Baron, rather. Clearing Baron. Yeah, clearing Baron. How did he clear Baron? And Rivera knows it's up very shortly, so they're going back to prepare. They're not 100% sure, if I'm not mistaken, so we'll just have to see what happens. Yes, drop his shoulder. Oops, missed that. So yeah, Baron's up in 1 minute, Drake's up in 1 minute. Should be quite interesting. Obviously Baron is going to be the contested fight. Lucian has time to go back, but he's not doing it. So we'll have to see what happens. Again, no real wards, no lots of wards, but they're all about to expire, so not very useful for the next 30 seconds. That is something to be aware of. So yeah, no real vision in the jungle for huge boy. 9k gold lead at 48 minutes means nothing. As you can see, almost everyone is full build. Nasus is still battling with him. Garen flashes away, but he does get away. He wasted the anti-stun, which doesn't take too long to get up. It does take a little bit of time. In fact, it's up already, so I guess not. Garen's live, Drake is live. Verra's going for Drake. No, they've changed their mind. Malphite's battling a bit with clearing those creeps. Goon Squad thinks Verra have gone to Baron, when in fact they're actually just running around. They don't have vision and they're TPing back. I'm very surprised at that. I suppose they see the Caitlyn. Victor has picked up his Mercurial, and we'll have to see what happens there. 60 extra damage. That is meaning he is doing quite a bit of damage. How much damage he's doing? 416 attack damage. That is monstrous. Caitlyn's got 364. Those numbers aren't likely to change. If we look there, Victor picked up a blue and red pot here. Thresh scouts the Pantheon, who's running around, a bit concerned, dropping a ward. Let's see what happens here. Ooh, Thresh just misses. This is going to be quite interesting to see what happens here. I don't think this is too great for anyone really involved. I'm not quite sure what's gonna happen here. Caitlyn's spell shield just popped though. Garen going in. Garen's going in. Tibbers has been dropped. Yasuo's being gone on. Tibbers is doing lots of damage. Garen's spinning to winning out. Pantheon is low. Culling comes in. It is doing lots of damage. Pantheon goes down to Lucian. Nasus is there on half health. Victor picks up a kill. Nasus does die, but he does have a Guardian Angel. Lucian's going on the Victor. Lucian is now really overextended. Thresh is coming in. Lucian's trying to do damage to Victor. Victor pops his Zonius, misses out. Caitlyn picks up the kill, and it is now 3 people alive versus 1, and they're going straight down. Thresh takes a lot of damage from there. He's not going to be able to defend this tower, and it looks very much like an inhibitor is going to go down on the other side because it is 40 seconds. In fact, Caitlyn's still alive. They can probably even push through. He's dropping off the spell shield for no reason really. He can't do anything. Victor's coming in to try and do stuff there. Not too much. The AoE of Verra coming back in the end. And it looks very much like they're going to be able to pick up a game. Lucian just wasn't quite focusing the right people. Dropped his culling on a Pantheon and a Nasus, both had Guardian Angel. Not doing the right thing. Thresh is coming in trying to stop them. He's not doing anything. They're just ignoring him. They know. They're going straight onto the Nexus. Nasus is running in and out, in and out. He has 600 on his Q. He's going out on the Nexus, and that is the game. Verra wins 2-0 versus Goon Squad. Goon Squad had a great lead, but just couldn't convert it, and that would be the end of the match. Thank you for watching. I apologize for some of my problems with Lucians and Victors. They're not names I speak very often. So yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. Okay, so I've just been talking about a thing, so I'm just gonna. Yeah, I've just been talking about the summary, and I was saying I think the weak link on the Goon Squad team was the Thresh this game. Not that he played badly, but I don't think he played amazingly. As you can see from his gold there, it's very, very low. He was the only one on the team really who didn't win his lane. I think Annie got very lucky at the end. Pantheon and Nasus kind of just snowballed in the end. They just got too tanky to stop. If he stopped, Caitlyn was killing the right people at the right times. She was always ending off killing sprees, so that's where she got her gold. And on the other hand, Lucian, Yasal, Malphite, and Garen played really, really well. I think Garen maybe should have gone a bit more tanky, and yeah, some of those fights, so I got a bit tired at the end there, so I apologize for any major mess ups with my calling, but I think I caught most of the action, just missed one or two. I am by myself, so it was a bit difficult. Thank you very much for tuning in.